Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Abu Bakar. My metric number is S50162. Today I want to show how to make Pert and Gantt chart by using the Microsoft project. Let's look at the question given. So this is the question about the Idam Raju want to install the accounting system. So they appoint by consultation and charge 300,000 ringgit to complete the task. So this is the task, detail design, order hardware, programming, documentation, and so on. So this is the duration. The duration starting in the question is by weeks. So this is important, by weeks. And this is the dependency, whether each of the tasks is depend on each other. Let's start to make the Pert and Gantt chart using the Microsoft project. First, we open the Microsoft project. And then we set up the Microsoft project according to the question given. So we click File, Option, and we go to the Schedule. And then we change days from 2 weeks. But because the question want the duration by weeks, right? By weeks. So we set weeks in the Microsoft project. Then we click OK. After that, we can fill in the column and box in the Microsoft project. So I have prepared the Excel, which I transferred from this question to the Excel to make it easier to copy every information and paste to the Microsoft project. So I will paste the information. Okay, this will be the result, and then we expand the box to make us easier to read the task. So okay, this is the result after we paste the information. So we will go one by one task, which is detail design. So we will look at the question again. Detail design, starting date is from July 2021 and week 1. We click at the start. This is starting date, so July 2021, week 1. So this is week 1. We will choose 5 July. Because why 5 July? Because we will start from Monday, working days. And then we go to the second task, order hardware and OS. We look at the question, order hardware and OS. There is no starting date. Programming also, there is no starting date. Programming, there is no starting date. So we need to look at the dependency. It means that the order hardware depend on the detail design, because this state task number 1. Task number 1 is detail design. So order hardware and programming started only after the detail design has finished. So it depends on the task number 1. So we will go to Microsoft project and click at the detail design for order hardware and OS. Also the programming also depend on the detail design. So we click number 1. So we will get, it will automatically generated. Then we move to the fourth task, is documentation. Documentation in the question state that it started on September 2021, week 2. So we will find September 2021, week 2. This is week 1 and week 2. Alright, so we go to the site preparation. Site preparation, September, week 4. So September, week 4. This is week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. We go to the install hardware. Install hardware, there is also no starting date. So we will need to look at the dependency, which install hardware depend on the task number 2, which is hardware and OS order. So we click at the predecessor and we click on the order hardware and OS, because in the equation stated like that. Then database design. Database design, there is starting date. So September week 2. September week 2. Week 1, week 2. Right. So we finish until database design. Then we look at the data conversion. Data conversion, there is no starting date. Select personnel, there is no starting date. So we look at the dependency column. Dependency, and then we saw that it depends on the task number 7, which is database design and completed. Also for the select personnel task, it depends on the task number 7, which is database design complete. So we will move to the Microsoft project and go to the predecessor and database design, right? It depends on database design. So we click at database design. Select personnel also. Select personnel also depend on database design. Then we go to the test program. Test program. In the question, there is no starting date and it depends on the task number 3, which is programming completed. Programming completed. So we look at our Microsoft project. Programming. It's programming number 3. So we click at programming, then it auto generated. Train personnel. Train personnel. It will depend on task number 9, which is personnel completely selected. Task number 9. So we look at this predecessor and select personnel. Right, select personnel. Because personnel completely selected. Same as select personnel, right? Then we go to the test program. Test program also there is no starting date. And it will depend on task number 3, which is programming completed. So we look at the test system and go to the predecessor or same as dependency, and we look at dependency number 9. Right, test system. Test system number 10. Test program. Right. And then parallel operation. Parallel operation, it will depend on task number 12, which is program fully functional. So we go to the dependency, test system, fully functional. So we need to test the system. So this is the dependency task. Right. So finally, we look at the post-implementation review. Post-implementation review, March 2022, week 3. 2022, March. Week 3, this is week 1, week 2, and week 3, 21. Then we have completed task to fill in the task name, duration, predecessor, and starting date. Right, so we have completed. Then we look at the right side. So this is our Gantt chart. So this is the Gantt chart. After we have completed, fill in the task name, duration, starting date, predecessor, then we will get the Gantt chart result. So this is the Gantt chart on the right side. If we in the Gantt chart, we can have the proper planning, because it states the duration and time period for each of the tasks. So if we want to look Pert chart, we go to this and we click at the network diagram. Then it will show us the Pert chart. So this is our Pert chart. Pert chart will show the flow each of the tasks. So this is the Pert chart. Okay, so we have finished. Prepare the Gantt chart and Pert chart using the Microsoft project. That's all from me. Thank you.